Hey, Crosspoint family, today is day 12 in our 21 days of fasting and prayer. If you've been following along in the YouVersion, you'll know the devotional today in chapter 12 of John's Gospel is really significant. Now, John's Gospel covers a lot of material. It opens up with Jesus and his disciples in the home of Mary and Martha and Lazarus, after Jesus had healed Lazarus. I can imagine that was a celebration. And during that meal, Mary takes out a very costly jar of perfume and she just anoints Jesus' feet with it as an expression of her gratitude. I love that passage of scripture. And then, of course, in that chapter, it continues along, and Judas even says, well, why wasn't this money, this jar of perfume sold and the money given to the poor? And Jesus said, the poor you'll have with me always. And Jesus wasn't saying that the poor are insignificant. He was simply saying to the disciples, you have a limited time to be with me. You'll have a lot of time to serve the poor, and you should. But then that chapter continues along, and the Pharisees start to gather against Jesus because he had healed Lazarus, and they don't like that because that's a testimony they cannot overcome. He had brought a man back from the dead because he has that kind of power. But the triumphal entry follows along, and the people were laying down palm branches for Jesus to enter Jerusalem, and the disciples, it says, didn't really understand that. They really didn't understand it until hindsight. They began to look back. Now, the crowd wanted Jesus to be a political hero. If he could raise the dead, surely he could destroy the Roman army. But he didn't come to destroy armies except the army of sin and death. He came to save, to lift up, to redeem, to transform. And I like that in the YouVersion devotional, the writers talk about the disciples not understanding, and how sometimes when you're confused and you don't understand, you just have to follow anyway. You just have to keep going. And that's not easy. But sometimes as we keep going, we look back and we say, oh, I see that now. I see how it came together. And of course, the chapter continues with a lot of meat, but let's just take a bullseye and rivet on this. Be generous in all that you do. Serve Jesus with great abandon, like Mary did. Keep following when you don't understand, and then trust the Lord, because great things await those who trust in him. Love you guys. Look forward to celebrating with you again soon. Bye-bye.